So I came into SMBS with one understanding of God, thinking that God is just this like religious figure, knowing that He's so unreachable and so holy. But when I came into SMBS, I just really understood that God is not just a father, not just a God, but He's also a friend. He's also a brother that can be there for you. I really learned how to abide in God, how to abide in His presence, how to be in His presence every single day.
George Leviduc was the perfect person to start the year just because he was so open-minded. He was like this little grandfatherly figure that just hugged you and talked about Jesus, and he instilled the love into you, instilled joy into you.
He talked about forgiveness, which really impacted me in that moment of time. During that time, I had a lot of people that I didn't forgive, and that was one of the things holding me back from getting closer to God.
One of my best teachers was Vlad Savchuk, and he's taught about spiritual warfare. And just the way that he was teaching, it was to teach you to guard your own heart and how the spiritual world affects literally every part of your life.
One of my favorite teachers was Yuri Dorshik. He taught us homiletics, and it just gave me that boost to actually sit down and be able to write down a sermon, and it really helped on missions.
One of my favorite topics taught in SMBS was by Peter Pipchenko on finances. And it was interesting for us to learn at such a young age on how to correctly use our finances, because it builds a stable future, not just for our families, but also for God's kingdom, and to where to place it correctly.
And he taught us bibliology, which is the study of the Bible and how it was written and where it was written and who wrote it and like the process, that everything. It just gave me a new respect for this book called the Bible.
Leadership Roles or Leadership Skills by Serge Murza, and he taught on how to be like a Christ-like leader and the characteristics of a Christ-like leader.
We had Roman Torture come and speak on Holy Spirit. It was really interesting for me, and there's like so many things that I learned, and I think he just expanded my knowledge about the Holy Spirit. Just things that I didn't know became more visible to me, and just my heart opened up more.
When the teacher was talking about the gifts and the fruits, and then he was talking about the gifts and how everybody is so focused on the gifts and everybody's trying to get their gift of prophecy, gift of healing, gift of miracles. But then he switched the tables over and he was talking about the fruits and how it is our responsibility to seek those fruits, to obtain those fruits, to work on our character, to work on our attitudes. And I believe that we as Christian people, we need to desire the gifts, but seek to obtain the fruits.
This was a very influential week. It's taught me that the Holy Spirit lives in each and every one of us. It's also taught me that greatest duty is to love. When we love one another, Jesus is just going to shine through you, and everyone all around you is going to see it.
SMBS has impacted my life tremendously, from the teachers that came during the weeks to the times where we had our class prayers and class worship time and after school activities, and just being able to fellowship with believers and just to see how people are growing along with you spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and it's just a great time and place to be.